It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Tremaine Edmonds. He's one of the league's best at running a defense and reached 100 tackles last week. It's the Bears and the 49ers on
EA
Sunday
Sports
night.
coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in after tasting defeat for the first time in about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 18. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll go play action here with Williams. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Here's Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sione Takitaki from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing is Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49ers offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And you can see he's closing in on a rushing title, the league leader coming into the penultimate week of the season. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey to the 36-yard line. Stop there. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 12 carries, 74 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They go play action here. Purdy. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. McCaffrey running up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here, Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bears offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. This is Swift on the counter. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To the air, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. In motion goes the tight end. Now Purdy. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bears take over. To throw, Williams. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Purdy off the play fake. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. To throw, it's Williams. Shakes off the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Bears at 10-5 to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, here's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. That is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And from the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Here's Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A gain there of 21 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion left goes a tight end. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy now to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. The tight end in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Purdy now to throw off the play action. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this time, and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Throwing is Williams. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Working out of the gun, Williams. Down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw is Williams. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 25-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. That is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his leg.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Johnson will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Purdy.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Xavier Worthy, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Josh Jacobs, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football between the LA Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Looking to throw. Williams.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I love the modern game, but that was a throwback right there to see the big man with football, running, knocking people aside, and picking up yardage. That takes me back to the 60s, the 70s, when fullbacks ruled the earth. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
That's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Swift going to try up the middle. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
47-yard punt, a return of 4.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Still first down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
2nd and 13. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
And just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still
Stay
first down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Play action. Now Williams.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he is going to have a Niners first down He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Ball start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing here, Purdy. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 2nd and 7. McCaffrey on the counter. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Purdy looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Looking up into the lot, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. This is taken at the 15. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed, but as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that, but even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Now Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Williams.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
To throw, it's Williams.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
The give now to Abanikanda. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down at 7. Purdy off the play fake.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Here's Purdy.
Looking deep for Jennings. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
DJ Moore headed back out as the Bears take over on possession.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To the air, Williams.
Staying on his feet.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now a carry for Swift. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Williams. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Got to give credit to both defenses because they've been able to keep the points down. And despite that incompletion, I like the way he's playing. He's putting up decent numbers. What he has to do, find a way to make that sound read and hit that one home run before this one's over.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's now 13-8. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So Purdy and the Niners
Down 13-8, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Jennings, a receiver in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Purdy to throw.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Purdy.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left.
Second down, goal to go. Throwing, Purdy.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this one's caught. Quarter lead grows by a couple more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense and DJ Moore headed back onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They took a big shot, just trying to get within sight of field goal range. But that was not to be, and now the task gets more difficult because you're looking at maybe 2 more plays here to give your kicker a chance.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, this fan base on a losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, you know, if they tie the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? Not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for San Francisco,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.